gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when
Hey guys, so one of the things that I am trying to tackle around the house is organizing and cleaning out everything, getting ready for us to move in the next 4 to 5 months. And the other thing that we're facing is starting new diets for food restrictions that Lincoln has due to food allergies, and then also just trying to cut gluten out for Luke and I, and a few things for Kenya. With that being said, my first clean out project is my pantry. And I'm gonna show it to you in a minute, but one of the things with the pantry that I'm trying to do is get it a little bit more organized and things easier to access for the kids. So we're not constantly always searching for something in the pantry. But the other thing is with organizing the pantry, I didn't want to spend a ton of money on getting things set in there because like I said, we're gonna be leaving in 4 to 5 months. So this is not going to be my permanent pantry setup, and I just wanted something to help the kids be able to find what they need in there, but also a system where they stop just stuffing things in the pantry, so every time I open the door, I have an avalanche of food falling on top of me. All right, are you guys ready to see this mess? I'm embarrassed to show you, but here we go. Honestly, guys, I have no idea how we find anything in here, and it's embarrassing, but yes, we're all human. I am not completely organized, and what keeps happening is the kids just will get something out and then they just stuff it back in, and there is no system to any of this at all. And the other thing, a lot of these things are going to go away because we are dealing with some food allergies with Lincoln. So my first thing to do is just accept the mess for what it is and let it go and start over, get it all out and purge. Oh my goodness, how do we ever get ourselves in these things? I have got the pantry pretty much cleaned out. I left a few things in there and just changed shelves. But this is to the point in a project when I am trying to reorganize something that I start to feel a little stressed or regret that I'm doing it, because I feel like it's at this point in the process when I've emptied everything out, I have just created a much larger mess than what I thought I began with. And this is where I'm like, oh no, this is not getting better. But at this point, I just keep pushing myself forward and say, no, we're almost there. It always gets worse before it gets better. So you guys can see, pantry is pretty much cleaned out. I needed to keep a couple of these appliances up here, and my bowl that I make guacamole in and a couple vases that I use for flowers are gonna stay up there. I've moved my spice rack, which I absolutely love these spice racks. I moved my spice rack up one more shelf with all the spices that I use, and then I've got these two shelves still available and a little bit of this space here. Now down here I've got all my glass bowls and my Pyrex casserole dishes. So I want to keep those down on the lower shelf because I do need those there. With where we're at right now, I should be able to get some organization here. All right, so for reorganizing the pantry, I have chosen to come to the dollar store to look for things to set on the shelves to help us keep things organized. The reason why I'm going this route, with us moving soon, like within the next 4 to 5 months, I don't want to spend a ton of money on getting things for something that for a pantry that I'm gonna be moving out of soon. So we're gonna stop by the dollar store, see what I can find. Now I might regret this because I have chosen to take Luke and both children to the dollar store with me. So this could be a little bit more fun-filled than just me going to try and find stuff for the pantry.
Did you find what you wanted?
I think so. We've got some stuff in the cart. They do have a lot of options here though, so we're gonna get what we have in the cart and see if this stuff works.
No more than 20 bucks right there. It's pretty good.
I hope, yeah, hopefully. So
How much does it cost for each piece?
$1.
There's no price tags on anything.
Everything's $1.
7, 8, 9.
Lincoln's doing some quick math.
11,
So we'll
13, 14, 15. Yeah,
take these
15
home.
dollars.
Hopefully this will kind of help us get that mess organized. This is what is so overwhelming. All of this just came out of the pantry. We just kept stacking and stacking and stacking. So my next step in this process is to go through all of this, make sure we don't have any, go through the expiration dates on everything, purge and clean out. A lot of this is going to go away because we are now going for Lincoln wheat-free, corn-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, and soy-free. All right, I'm making progress. I went through everything that you saw on the counter and got rid of everything that was expired. And now I've kind of got everything grouped into different categories and we're ready to start putting stuff back in the pantry. So this is now what we are down to. And I've tried to group it into just different categories. I've got all my canned stuff here, the baking chocolate that I use, the broths, Lincoln's protein powder, and then over here is more baking chocolate. Back over here is all my Trim Healthy Mama stuff. So now it's just organizing the pantry and deciding where I'm gonna put everything. I finished. I like the finished product much better than what we began with. Up here I just have a lot of the baking stuff that I don't have to get out very often, so I put it up top. That's just our regular sugar. In this basket here I have the Trim Healthy Mama. I've got a couple baking mixes for some food that Lincoln can have. On this shelf we have all our chicken stock and canned goods and my spices. On these last two shelves are going to be pretty much, they're the reachable ones, and I have some room left over, but I am getting some groceries, so I know that these are going to fill up and I can add more baskets that I got from the dollar store in there as needed, but I did label some. So on this shelf we've got the protein powder that Lincoln uses. I even put our vitamins and probiotics in here that the kids take. And then we've got some room just with chips, and we've got the granola bars, and then our oatmeal back here, sweet treats. And like I said, we'll fill in this space once I get more of the groceries. Much more organized. I feel so much better to have this behind me and at least my pantry organized. I have a lot of other closets and drawers to be cleaning out before our move this summer, but it's a start and hopefully I can keep it this way. Hopefully I can get Luke and the kids to stay organized, and it's just gonna be a lot easier for us to find the kids' snacks and our snacks as well. It is a typical Sunday morning around here this morning. Luke is racing around trying to make us some coffee. And really quick, I thought I would give you a tour of our coffee bar. Well, technically it's Luke's coffee bar. I drink coffee, but he always makes it for me. One of you in our last video asked about it, so I thought, well, this would be fun. And I will let the in-house barista give you a quick tour.
All right, so first up we have the Venturo line Nespresso maker. And this is from Nespresso. It uses the pods that spin in here, and instead of using pressure to make the coffee and the froth on the top of the coffee, it just spins it really fast. So Venturo line from Nespresso. Really like that just for everyday coffee. This is just a regular old coffee maker with a gold filter to make potted coffee, and it also has a nice little Keurig attachment on the side, so you can make Keurig pod coffee there. So that's a quick and easy one for potted Keurig coffee. And then I have 2 of these ember mugs. One is just a ceramic ember mug for around the house, and then I have my new, I actually got this for Christmas, but that's a travel mug, and it's pretty cool because you can adjust the temperature right here on the side of the mug digitally. And then the newest addition to the coffee bar is my favorite. This is a Breville Nespresso espresso machine, and it has like, I don't know, 50 different settings up here for different types of coffees that you can do. Cappuccino, latte, latte macchiato. You can just steam milk. You can just do espresso, flat white, lungo, everything right there. And it has multiple settings for temperature, for coffee volume, and for the temperature of the milk, or the froth of the milk. So I just made a latte. So this is actually coconut cashew milk, and you can see how well it frothed that milk, even though it was not dairy milk. And then this is the espresso, so I just mixed the two. And then what's cool is when you're done, you pull that out, and it actually purges the line by itself to clean out that that stem for the steam there. So it's pretty cool.
So guys, this is one of the reasons why I love my Sunday mornings, is because Luke gets a chance to actually make me a coffee, and I just love the coffees that he makes, so makes it even more special. We're just running around getting ready to head to church. We're trying a new egg substitute for Luke and Lincoln really quick. Kenya's doing her morning chores, and then we'll be out the door.